The biggest difference, obviously, is that I sing everything. Because, with Ayreon, like the previous albums, I had like 20 singers on one album. It's silly. And these 20 singers all play characters, which makes it a rock opera. And when I do a solo album, it's just me singing, so it's definitely not a rock opera. It's definitely a concept album because there is a story, and the music is adapted to my limitations as a singer, so to speak. So I'm not your metal singer, who can do all the. Oh, it sounded quite good actually, but no. I wouldn't classify it as like a heavy metal album or something. There's many different styles on it, which there always is on my albums, but maybe even more extreme now. Well, actually, the previous release was a lot of stuff. Even after Star One, I
Oh,
did.
sorry.
Yeah, I did Supersonic Revolution, and I
So
did
it's true. It's true.
I did Plan 9, and I did Simone
Okay.
Simons. And the reason I say that is that all these projects were for other people. Simone obviously was a solo album for her, so I did what I thought she wanted. The Plan 9 was for Robert, so he could tour with our old band again, which works out great because he's touring. So it was a lot of projects for other people, and at some point I was empty. I was like, no more inspiration, nothing. Like, what now? And then I decided, well, let's do a solo album. That's relaxed. I don't have to arrange any singers. I don't have to think too much. Just let the ideas come to me. And whenever I have an idea, I go into the studio and try it out. And that gave me a lot of peace. Um, and it was 13 years ago, as you said, the previous solo album. So it was time to do it.
I've written down 5 months left, so we have 5 months left on Earth.
Yes.
But something I think the space and time traveling is it's something that you're really interested in. What made you decide? Well, now I'm going to write a story with the theme of we have 5 months left, an asteroid is coming to Earth.
Mm-hmm.
What triggered that?
Always the music. It's always, I always have the guitar nearby, and then I put it on all the little ideas on my phone. Then I go in my studio. I listen to all these ideas, and then I hope that these ideas are going to inspire me for a story. And as I said before, I had the ideas I had were so eclectic. There were so many different styles that I needed a concept that would also have all these different emotions and all these different styles. And and then I suddenly came up with the idea, like, what would people do if they only had 5 months left to live for whatever reason? Because everyone would do something different, People would like, hey, party as long as we can, Other people would be sad. Some people maybe would take their lives. Other people would like call their lost son or whatever. So it gave me a lot of work to choose from. And also there were like really sad songs and really happy songs. So there was a lot I could do with this concept. So obviously when I write the lyrics, I work kind of chronologically because it's a story. So the first lyrics I worked on were probably the first song. I should say the second song because there's a little narration intro.
Yeah.
The clock ticks down, which basically zooms in on on all different people and what are they doing with the last 5 months.
What would you be doing with the last 5 months?
Well, in this story, it's about Sanctuary Island, and Sanctuary Island is actually the place where the asteroid is going to hit the Earth. Now there's this character who is a character from my previous solo album, Dr. Slumber. And on that album, he had a euthanasia home, so he's quite a dude. At this time, he arranges bus rides to the place of impact, and it's called the Blue Bus. I would definitely want to be there. I would want to be in the place of impact. I would just want to see that asteroid come and, okay, land on my head, no pain. I would want to be on the other side of the world, where things slowly go awry and people are slowly dying of famine or tsunamis or. Ugh. For me, it would be like, let's get it over with, bring it on.
Is it also your curiosity maybe of seeing it, seeing the asteroid?
Of course, it would that would be amazing. It would be amazing to see that thing coming. Unfortunately, you can't enjoy it for too long. But but yeah, that would be an amazing moment.
Do you actually think that people, if it actually will happen, do you think many people would want to be at the place of impact?
I don't know. I'm 100% sure I would. Maybe people will have hope, maybe we'll survive it, but in what kind of world do you want to live? What I do know is that it will be complete chaos. You have 5 months to live. You're not going to go to work anymore, which also goes for policemen, which also goes for jails. Let's just open the jails and uh, people like my house better than their own house. They're going to take it. It's going to be survival of the fittest. Um, and I don't want to be part of that world. I don't think I don't even think you can choose. Like, I would want to do this. I would go on a holiday. How are you going to go on a holiday? It's mess everywhere. Uh, no, it would be a very, very sad and messy situation all the way up to the end. Except on Century Island, because there's a lot of hippies holding hands and singing song there in my
Well,
imagination.
yeah, well, and if the governments can actually, well, contain some hope, then maybe people would continue to live their lifestyles, but it's hard, maybe.
I don't think there will be governments anymore. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you are Trump or you're the local butcher or whatever. It really doesn't matter. It's survival of the strongest at that point. I mean, the Musk is not going to say, okay, we're going to build this spaceship and get out of here. And, uh, maybe people who want to be on the spaceship will help him build it. But, this, no, it's going to be a totally weird situation.